Hey guys, welcome back. So this one is about 5 things I like and dislike about this thing, and since it hasn't been out too long, so just to give you guys an idea. So one of the main things, like the first thing that I like about this thing is the HVAC. Like, you can't beat the HVAC system, and it's pretty amazing. Just follow me in here. It's like, it blows, like it really blows hard. Like the AC comes cold fast, everything. Like, this is nice, since like no other side-by-side has had all the vents and everything, all the vents that you can actually use like a blend door, that everything switches over from one thing to the other just by the buttons. And the buttons are so easy to play with, like they're like a car, right? So this is a mini vehicle. So that's the first thing I like about this thing. If you want comfort, this thing is comfort. The second thing that I like about this thing is the 10-inch screen. Well, might as well stay in here. This is really nice to play with. It's got the nav system, everything. Like, you can navigation, you know, like it's got everything. Like it's not loading up because I'm in the garage and I probably can't get the satellite connection. But that's the second thing that I like about this thing. The third thing is basically it's the sealed cab. Like, that's hard to beat. Like, I'm used to my X3 and being completely sealed from the elements, being warm, everything. Like, you feel like you're in a pickup truck in this little thing. Like, it's a nice vehicle. Like, if you're using it for work or using it for hunting, you're not freezing, you're not cooking, especially if you guys down south. So, and for plowing and all that, I can't wait for this winter to come along just to plow with this thing. So that's the third thing that I really like, is the cab enclosure. That used to the X3, which you have to put everything on there to zip it, and it's not fully sealed, right? Like, everything comes in a little bit everywhere in the doors and everything, so it's not the same thing, right? So that's the third thing that I like the most about this thing. Another thing, the turning radius really surprised me on this. This is basically when you open the rear diff in the back and you turn around, this thing turns on a dime. Like, it's like literally like in a trail. I'm so used to with the X3 that I'm, you know, doing a 5-point turn in a trail to try to get turned around. This here is basically whoop, and if it's really tight, it's just a loop and back up a little bit and drive away. So for working in tight areas, if you're going to plan on doing this in tight trails, this is a unit that you will be really, really happy about. That for sure to work for it, to work with it. And last but not least, the vision. Like, if you take a full walk around this thing, let me roll up the window here, and when you look at the cab, the way it's made, that's another thing for work. It's basically like the whole thing is like, you're like a square glass. You're like in the Popemobile or whatever. Like, you know, you're fully surrounded with glass. Like, front windshield, like the visibility is crazy. Like, the way the hood comes down, and you can basically see like right in front of you. Like, it doesn't take much. Like, so, and the windows on the side, well, you got complete square windows. So you got a square cab, well, tinted glass in the front, but it's perfectly visible. Like, driving, seeing, if you're hunting or whatever, or watching or trying to plow, you're plowing in a neighborhood where there's kids or something, visibility with the backup camera. I'm getting the front camera on, but it hasn't come in yet. So yeah, for the visibility, you're gonna love this thing. All right, so visible, comfortable, very steerable, turnable, workable. Yeah, so if you're hunting, working on a farm, working on a construction site, you want a construction vehicle that you gotta go out in the fields or whatever, this vehicle is the pick to have. If you got lots of people to move around, a lot more stuff, go with the 6-seater, the 4-door, and you will be happy. And I believe the longer your wheelbase is, better your suspension is. So 6-place might not turn as fast on the square turns and whatever for being a 6-place, but that's what it is. And starting with the things that I dislike about this thing. Well, this is supposed to come with a ECU for this, like that doesn't have the ECU for the smart that's supposed to be sitting here. So that's going to be That's the first thing. Like at the price that they're selling this, and for the features that the smart ECU is going to give you, what gives you the light bar on top if you decide to put that. I'm putting the light bar here on the hood, which is supposedly when you fire this thing up or whatever, turn on, it's going to make like a little whatever it's supposed to do. And then when you're driving faster, the smart ECU, the faster you go, more it comes like a spotlight, and the slower you go, it becomes a floodlight. So you basically, and with the ECU, the smart ECU, the only thing else you're getting, I think you get intermediate wiper. They should have had that with the unit, but that's the only way I think you can get intermediate wiper with the smart ECU. At 650 Canadian, they should have had this thing on there for your plug and play. And it gives you 5 things that you can plug and play. So if it does do the windshield washer and the wiper, and the light, and a light, and a light on top, that's all it does. Kind of disappointing that they just didn't throw that in there. The second thing is, I'm already looking at I see on the HD10s that the limited edition and all that, you can get the Fox shocks to put on. Let me shed some light here. You can put the Fox shocks on. So I'm already looking. There's no models out so far for the Fox shocks for this. And I was looking at shock therapy and all that for this, because they have the kit to put on here to get the rebound and everything. And supposedly it makes it from a unit that, because believe it or not, I'm used to driving this, and this you go wide open on bumps and it just takes it. So if you're looking for something sporty, it's trail rides that are smooth, whatever, but if you're gonna start doing hops or anything, start thinking about shock therapy. It is expensive, but I think that it does change the full ride, like for that for sure. Another thing is the small, like that they could have did better was the cluster behind the steering. Like you see in the HD10s, they have a bigger cluster, and I find that this cluster here, like, come on. And you see that it's made to be replaced. Like, is this gonna be next year's update, you know? Like, it sucks. That's a little thing. Okay, you got the big screen in the middle, but what could they have done, you know? I know I'm nitpicking. And the other thing is that the positioning of the seat. So the fourth thing would be the seat. They said they tilted back 1 degree, but if you're gonna have so much place to, let me put the camera, the lights on. If you're gonna have so much place to put some welds or rivets or whatever, why couldn't they just made a little lever here or anything that you can press that could have tilted it 1 notch or 2 notches more or whatever? Like, it's, you know, like if you can make holes, even if they would have just drilled holes and put pins that you could swap the pin over or whatever, like something simplify. You adjust it for your comfort and then you're done with it. And then the last but not least, you're buying this thing, order your parts now. Don't think about ordering your parts in a week or 2 weeks or whatever. I got stuff that's coming in, and stuff that's going to be available by December 23rd. That's going to start shipping. Right now I'm supposed to have one thing come in next week, so I can't wait. So I'll keep making videos for you guys. But then I gotta wait till mid-November. On the 11th, one part gets available, and then on the 14th, I think the ECU is either the 11th or the 14th of November, so they're gonna ship it out after that. I got the rear bumper, no dates, first order, first delivery, with no dates. Same thing with the box in the back with the big storage, no dates. Rocks side sliders, I think they're coming in mid-November. The camera in the front's coming in December 23rd. And I got the light for the back is already in. That's at the top there, over there. But I'm waiting for the ECU that supposedly it comes with the wiring, so you don't need to buy the actual wires to hook up. It's supposed to come with it, but I won't know until it comes in. Then I'll let you guys know which parts you need to order for if you do want a backlight or if you want lights, because supposedly the ECU comes with the hardware that you can wire everything up front and everything that goes to the top to the back in the kit. So hopefully that's true. That's about it. Besides that, this unit here, comfort, 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 comfort. If you're looking at something sporty that you want to go 100 miles an hour and jump over loops and jump all over the place, not the vehicle for you. You're gonna hit some hoops and you're gonna be buckshot there. Your ass end's gonna pop out and you're gonna lose control. So don't even think about it. Yeah, sure, it does 70 miles an hour, but you'll be doing 70 miles an hour in a concession or a gravel road or a highway or whatever. That's the only time you'll use the 70 miles an hour. You're not gonna drive this in a trail where there's bumps and noose and whatever at 70 miles an hour. You're gonna do something stupid. But besides that, thanks for watching, guys. I just wanted to give you what my opinions were and what I did, my dislikes and my likes that I had about this thing since I've had it, and we'll keep popping out the videos. And I just wanted to give you guys an update that more videos on install and how to whatever from all the wiring and everything is going to be coming in. I'm just waiting on parts. So catch you on the next one. Be safe out there on the trails. And if you do decide to buy this unit for hunting or working around the house or plowing or whatever, you're making a great choice. Catch you on the next one. Be safe.